Love. Sometimes sounds like a joke, this love thing. I was called to the station, the police station. They were in a bit of a fix. A man had come and lodged a complaint for missing neighbor. When asked to produce family members of the neighbor, he had called the husband and the mother-in-law of the neighbor. They were all there in the cop station and none of them had an answer of where she had disappeared. That's when I reached. The husband and the mother-in-law of the person missing had no idea where she was. They said she had gone for some course and they didn't have her number. They were fucked. I could tell from their faces. I fucking tell from their faces that they were lying. They had done something to her. Fools. I threatened to kill them. I didn't even talk. I didn't ask questions. I didn't interrogate them. I said, I'll fucking kill you. You tell me. And the husband and the mother-in-law confessed. They confessed with honor. Said we had killed that bitch. She was having an affair. How could she spoil the family name? There we were. Case solved. I wanted to know why. Why they had done what they had done. They didn't have answers. They said she was loose. She was loose because she was having an affair with this man who's lodged a complaint in the first place, this young boy called Samar. She was having an affair with him. When I asked why, they said, coyly, they were a bit embarrassed about it. They said because her husband couldn't get it out and didn't want to be treated. He was too shy to go to a doctor. Fucking wuss. I didn't know how to deal with these people. I sat them down. I wanted the whole story. I wanted to know where the body was. They broke down. They started telling me the whole story from the top. When asked in detail, they said she'd been having an affair. An affair with the neighbor who had lodged the complaint. They said she came home one day and said she wanted a divorce. She had enough of the husband. Sukhvinder, his name was. The husband couldn't deal with it. Couldn't deal with his whole impotency. He was impotent. He couldn't bring it up for the past 5 years or so after their first child. And he was too shy to go to a doctor. But this decision of hers, of her wanting to leave her husband, didn't go well with him. Him being the mama's boy that he was, he went to his mother. He told her about the situation. The mother being this honorable woman that she was, she said, kill her. Because that's what honorable people do, right? So they came upon a plan. The plan was simple. The plan was that the husband would take the wife out on a vacation to Simla, which was right next to where they lived in Punjab. And he'd push her off a cliff or something. That's exactly what he did. That bastard took her out, took her on a vacation, said he wanted to patch up and then threw her off a cliff. He came back with one story. He said she wanted to study further, she's gone away to study, she'd be gone for a while. But her lover, Samar didn't believe it. He knew something was on. She would have told him. She wouldn't have left him like this. She wanted to leave her husband for him. That's when Samar lodged the complaint. Samar's version of the story was way more believable. Samar's version of the story was much more believable, like I said. He said she was upset. She wanted to leave him, not only because he was impotent and the sex wasn't good, but there were other reasons. He was a wuss, her husband, this man, Sukhvinder. He was stupid. He didn't want to go to a doctor. He didn't want to be treated. He was so too into him. He used to insult her, treat her badly. Samar, on the other hand, was genuinely in love with her. He wanted to take care of her. He wanted to marry her, have babies with her. After she had gone on the vacation, for the first 2-3 days, she was in touch with him. She was telling him how much she missed him. Suddenly, her phone was unavailable. No message, no call, no nothing. And Sukhvinder comes back and says she's gone away. She's gone away on her fucking education. Sukhvinder and his mother are now serving time in jail. Sukhvinder and Simran had a son. He's now 7. He's adopted by Summer, Simran's lover. It's true that old saying, the truth is way more fucked up than fiction, and that little boy knows how.